His mother just said he's safer now in custody than he was talking to her on a day-to-day basis. Hello everyone, this is Lindsay Unfiltered, and today we will be looking at the second half of Nick Godejohn's mother's interview regarding Nicholas and Gypsy's case. Now, if you haven't seen the first part, I suggest you go back and watch that now. Now, Nicholas's mother appeared to be in shock. She allegedly claims Nick was a good kid. Nick was never violent. Nick had never done anything of this caliber, which leaves people asking the question, is Gypsy Rose the master manipulator behind this, and was Nicholas just her tool? Was Nicholas, a boy that allegedly suffered with Asperger's, manipulated into doing life in prison and the unthinkable for a woman who is outside living her best life? Let me know in the comments below what your opinion is. Now I come to you in very unfiltered fashion. I have my pajamas on. Today is a day of cleaning the house, washing the laundry, redoing the hair, that type of thing. So we're coming unfiltered today. So if you like content like this that revolves around scandal, controversy, true crime with a twist of humor, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of great content coming to the channel. With that being said, I know I've gotten a couple of requests to cover Carley Gregg, so I will be covering Carley Gregg, and you guys can expect a video on that very soon. Enough of me yapping and yapping. Let's get into Nick Godejohn's mother, Stephanie Goldammer's interview. Okay guys, so here we are with the second half of Nick Godejohn's mother's police interview. And like I said, in the first half, she showed a lot of shock, a lot of disbelief that her son would do something like this. She also stated that it was kind of strange for Nick to go down to Missouri by himself. He didn't tell her much about it, and she noted that he didn't tell her much about it because he said he thought she wouldn't let him go. She also says Gypsy Rose kind of barged in their house and said, I'll get a job. I'm really good at cleaning and cooking. We know from Kent, you know what, I'm not going to speak on that. I'm not going to speak on her cooking because I don't know how she cooks. Gypsy imposed on Nick's family and did all of this, and they seemed to be okay with it. Which means, what stopped her from doing that in the first place, right? If she had a happy home to move into, right? All right, let's continue.
And I will. I am a detective. I am law enforcement, but I also am a mom, and I have a heart. And he's going to be there, and if he wishes to speak with me, he just fills out a little form. I explained all that to him, what he needs to do to talk to me.
Okay.
And so I anticipate he'll probably do that once he gets there.
Okay.
I don't know, it's just a horrible situation.
They
came up with a story of how this happened. Or they came up with a story, but their story didn't take too long to figure out was wrong because we had plenty of evidence to counter everything that they tried to say at first. But it didn't, not too much longer. He just told what happened.
So how do you, does she have like a record or anything?
No, she's never been in trouble ever. And it's my understanding he's only been in trouble about the McDonald's incident.
Yeah.
That's all I could find.
Right.
Is that the only time?
That's the only time.
Do you have a way for me to get a hold of Bob?
I can give you his parents' number.
Okay.
It's area code 414.
Okay.
258.
Okay.
2948.
Okay. And now your last name, what is that?
Goldammer.
Is it like gold?
It's like gold, yep. Hammer without the H, sorry.
Oh. So like gold.
Amber.
Yeah. And what's your date of birth, Stephanie?
5/28/69.
All right. And your social? Okay. I just need that for my report. And when's the last time you seen Bob?
His dad.
Getting kind of close there. You're Soch. Like, you just kind of crept that on her. Like, trying to be casual with asking for someone's social security number is...
Yeah.
Gosh. Maybe a month and a half. He would go visit him.
Okay. How does he get there? Does he drive, or?
We'll usually he'll get a ride, like Grandpa will come pick him up.
Okay.
Or we'll drive him and we'll pick him up.
Okay. You think he would have told Bob about anything that he wants?
Absolutely not.
Have you talked to Bob and told Bob?
No,
what's
I
going
haven't
on?
had my phone.
Oh, yeah.
It's really hard because all the numbers are in your phone.
Yeah, I
so.
do know that. My whole life's wrapped up in my phone, so I do understand that. What is, I was at your house today, but what is the address again?
It's West 228, South 8755.
Do you spell out the west and the south?
Nope, you can just put the S there and the W there.
Okay.
And then it's Cherry Street.
These addresses are way different than where I'm from. Big Bend?
Yep,
What's the zip?
53103.
Okay. Is there anything that you can think of that we didn't talk about that maybe we should have, or anything that you can think of that would either help Nicholas or Gypsy or
I just want everyone to know that as much as we try to make him not stop talking to her, but see that there are other people out there, there was no way we could do it.
Okay.
He would just get upset.
Has he been like this with other girls?
No.
No?
No.
Has he had a lot of girlfriends?
Maybe one or two. I mean, he has girls that are friends, but,
Right.
he had had one girlfriend when he was in high school.
Okay.
But, no, I mean, like I said, they've been talking for, I'm going to say at least a couple of years.
Okay. And how many times has he went to Springfield to see her?
Just twice.
Okay, and they were both this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's a form of it. It's a form.
Okay. So the disease, the illness, and then
Just like a level of it, yeah.
Okay. And who's his doctor?
He hasn't been to the doctor in a while. So,
Right.
the doctor that diagnosed him, it's in the papers. I probably
Okay.
have to pull the papers out somewhere.
Okay. When's the last?
He hasn't been to the doctor in a while, which lets us know that he wasn't on any treatment plan, right? So he wasn't currently being treated for his type 1 or type 2, I was about to say diabetes, oh my God. For his type 1 or type 2 autism. I know it's formerly referred to as Asperger's, but he wasn't being treated. He wasn't taking medicine. And even in the text messages, if you haven't seen me read the text messages, I have read the text messages. Gypsy Rose says to Nick, do you think I need to be on bipolar medication? And what should have been a resounding yes, he was like, no, I don't believe in that. You don't need to be on that. So we know Nick does not have a good relationship with medication and or therapy, right? Two things that could have, in my opinion, prevented this on both ends. On Gypsy's end and on Nick's end. On Gypsy's end, she got all of that care. You guys don't understand the point. She got all of that care for her body and things that were supposedly not working correctly. But the thing that needed the most care went unattended, and that was her mind. Her mind needed the most care, and that's what went unattended. That she was being treated for back then maybe there would be a different outcome. Who knows? Who knows? That's my unfiltered opinion.
Last time you went to a doctor?
That was probably around 19, maybe. It was probably 19.
Okay.
6 years.
And he functions just fine without his medicine?
Yeah, the thing is with his medicine, when he was living with his dad, he was taking his medicine, and he just didn't want to take it anymore. He moved back in with me, and he didn't want to take it anymore, but he seemed to be okay.
Okay.
He wasn't, I
Right.
mean, I'm used to it. I raised him. To me, he didn't need it, but
Okay. All right. And he was able to get through school just fine?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was in LD classes, but...
Okay. LD classes in high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, he's a good kid. I've never had any problems with him.
Has he ever become angry with you and assaulted you or anything?
Absolutely not. No way. He would never. No way. No way. Gets a little frustrated, but when he gets frustrated, he'll just cry.
Okay.
No way. He's never been violent. That's what's so shocking. Okay. Just the way the girl acted. I mean, how can you do something to your mother or lose your mother and just act like that? I was like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it.
Did you notice anything odd about her voice?
Just her southern drawl.
Okay.
You know, like, yes ma'am and that, but no.
Was she high-pitchy or squealy or anything?
Kind of. Like,
Okay.
yeah, but when she started telling me that she planned to live at my house and get a job, I was like, what? What is she talking about? You know what I mean? Okay, that's not going to happen, but I don't know. Sometimes you try and do things for your kids because you just want them to be happy.
Sure.
And as much as we tried to get him to just...
So why were you guys friends with her on Facebook?
I wasn't.
Oh,
She
okay.
he asked me to, you know, she wants to ask me questions about, you know, whatever. Fine. You know, I don't have any conversations with her on Facebook. Give me a break.
Okay.
You know, absolutely not.
But she was talking about wanting to get pregnant.
Yeah, one of my friends called me. She's like, Steph, you need to go on Facebook. Or I was like,
Yeah,
I've known my
check this out.
friend since I was like 15 years old, so whatever she says I do, you know, we go way back. So that's when I was like, okay, she's not okay. Something's not right there, you know. But trying to tell him that, it's like he gets all defiant and, you know,
Right.
defensive, I should say.
Did they ever tell you they were getting married or anything like that?
God, no.
Okay.
I mean, we probably would have had time to his better. So.
Okay.
She goes, God, no. Like, God, no. The thought of her son getting married to Gypsy, or, you know, after knowing this information, she's like, God, it's not funny, but like, you know, this poor lady's just so defeated. And the questions are like, I've spoke about this detective before, and I've said that she is a rapid firer. Like, as soon as you finish, your lip drops with the last of your sentence, she fires another one at you. She fires another one at you. I think it's part of her strategy. I mean, I'm not a cop. I'm not a body language expert. I'm not a linguistics expert. None of that shit, right? But I think she wants to catch somebody in a lie. So if she keeps firing them at you, the moment you go, she caught you, right? Maybe, I don't know, but she's just, like, where is she pulling these questions from? Jeez.
That's the thing, he's a normal looking kid. I mean, he has, but, you know, he's just was selling himself short. Even, like, the servers at my work would be like, he's a cute kid, you know, well, fortunately, he has this beast that's been talking to him for a couple of years, and like I said, he sets his mind to something. It's just like, he can't focus on other things.
Fixate.
I mean, if you learn about
Fixate.
that's a little bit about it.
Okay.
Like, if you focus on something, you can be really good at it.
Okay.
But, yeah, he wasn't dating anyone else. I'm like, let's go to church. You might find a nice church girl, you know?
Okay, well, you can have your phone back, and let me get your phone number in case I need to call
Yeah,
you.
it's 262
Okay,
366
okay.
4898. And if you do see him before you go back,
Uh-huh.
or I don't know if he's going back with you, probably not, but just tell him that his mom and his stepdad love him.
Okay,
And that, you know, we will come and see him.
okay.
I'm just trying to wait for everything. People at my house, cameras and everything. I just want to give it a
completely
little
understand,
bit. And,
yeah.
you know,
I completely understand, and,
Yeah, that's
and
terrible.
You know him better than anybody probably in the world, so you know what he's thinking, you know how he's feeling, and you know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
And all I can do
weird
for
that I
you.
almost feel like he's safer
Yeah.
It's really, really bad to say, but I almost feel like he's safer now than having contact with her on a regular basis, knowing what I know now.
Yeah. Did you, how long had it been that you were trying to discourage the relationship?
Um,
His mother just said he's safer now in custody than he was talking to her on a day-to-day basis. That is a statement. He's safer now away from her, without contact with her, than he is talking to her.
I'd say months. You know,
Okay.
like, Nick, you're a good-looking kid. I mean, you're a nice kid.
Would he always talk about her?
Just that he was always online with her, or she'd send him, she'd send him like a ring in the mail or something, and always, I love you, and this and that, and like, you don't even know our relationship on the internet is not a relationship.
What kind of ring did she send him?
I don't know, so she probably got it out of a bubblegum machine, I don't know.
Okay.
But, I'm sure he could tell you,
Okay.
you know. It's really sad because he is a good kid, and he's a good-looking kid, and for him to ruin his life over that, I'm sorry, but she's a beast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's what we know
explained to
so far.
My younger son, who loves his big brother, you know?
Yeah.
He's the only brother he has, and trying to explain to him, you're probably not going to see Nick. And he doesn't, you know.
Understand.
Right.
Well, I'd like to give you my card.
Okay.
And if you think of anything that you want to talk to me about or whatever, you can call me. I'll try my hardest to remember to call you when I know that he's been extradited.
Okay.
Because they won't typically tell the family or us. They just do it because of safety reasons.
Right.
So once I know that he's in our jail, I'll try to give you a call and let you
Okay. I
know.
appreciate everything. I mean, like I said.
It's a hard situation. I can't even imagine to be sitting in your shoes at all. And I know you've been displaced out of your home, and we've had your cell phones, and we've done all of this stuff. But the purpose is because he did something very, very horrible.
Is he going to be allowed to have contact with her?
He wants it bad. And sometimes, I don't know how this works, and I've never understood this in all my years in law enforcement. Sometimes inmates are allowed to write each other back and forth. So he may at some point be able to communicate with her. Now in our facility, he will not be able to communicate with her.
Okay, does anybody have any insight on that? Do you guys think Gypsy Rose has written a letter to Nick or vice versa? I'm sure they've written them, but did they arrive to their destinations? Yeah. What do they have to talk about? What do Gypsy Rose and Nick have to talk about? I really don't know. I honestly don't know. What do they have to talk about? Other than possibly forgiving each other, and that's it. That's it. You know? That's all they can really talk about is forgiveness. They don't need to be talking about reigniting anything. But I feel like if there's a will, there's a way for somebody to contact somebody. You know what I mean?
By mail or any other way. They'll have
He wants to?
He does. He loves her.
He needs a prison shrink or something.
He loves her. He's adamant that he's in love with her and that he worships her. That's what he kept telling me. I worship her. So
I don't know. I think I'm still in shock about, I don't even, I haven't talked to anybody, and it's like, I know once I get my friends around me, I'm probably going to lose my mind, but it's like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to keep it together for my kid. I don't want him to see me lose it, you know?
Right. I understand that. I understand that.
And it's weird because I almost feel like Nick's safer right now than having her orchestrating him doing anything, you know, it was like everything she said, he would, no, you know, okay, baby, or whatever. And,
Honey.
just,
Do you know how they met?
Or dear?
no, we just had to be on the internet, that's all I know.
Yeah, that's what they told us, was that like a dating site. So it was like Christian free
Really?
dating or something like that.
Wow.
But some of the items we collected from his room was, of course, the clothing that he wore whenever he killed the knife.
Oh my God,
They
if I would
had-
have even thought anything, I would have freaking grabbed him and taken him right down here and said,
Take care
bye.
of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there was a little around $4,000 to $5,000 of cash that they had stolen from the lady, that her mom. We took some of this computer stuff, some of their love notes, clothing, cell phone, things like that.
Wow.
So,
I mean, I knew that he was like madly in love with her. Why, I have no idea. But, there's no way I could comprehend him doing this.
That's the perfect definition of. If you guys haven't seen the show Fatal Attraction, that's the perfect definition of a fatal attraction. Like, to this day, I still haven't put all the pieces together with this case, you know? My mind tells me I know what happened, but then there's always doubt. So, if Gypsy didn't go to trial, Nick went to trial, but I feel like it would be hard sitting on either one of those juries if they actually had competent lawyers, because there is a lot of doubt and mystery around this case. And one of the main people that doubt and mystery is coming from can no longer speak for themselves. So, make that make sense. Like, I feel like I know what happened. I feel like I got it, you know? Not a Gypsy Rose conspiracy theorist. I'll even go that far to say that. I feel like people need to be more proactive. I know it's easier said than done, but people need to be more proactive when it comes to mental health. In 2015, people did not give a damn about mental health. In 2005, even worse. It's almost 2025, 10 years later, and we're still struggling with that. So until we can bridge the gap and actually treat people with mental health issues like people with physical health issues, we will always have issues like this of some sort. Always.
Like I said, he's always been a good kid. I just never get him in trouble.
well,
Good-natured kid, you know?
he definitely did it. He definitely told us exactly how he did it, and
Well, yeah.
it matches.
He'll be honest. He's honest.
Yeah.
He's honest.
And it matches, everything he said matches, our scene and
Yeah.
everything, and it's consistent, and,
Is she like, is she taking any sort of, is she like, well, okay, it was me too, or is she trying to put it on?
she takes some responsibility, but not much. Not much at all.
Like I heard someone say, they said something on news, like he raped her. I'm like, give me a break. A couple months before that, my friend's calling me saying she wants to have a baby with him.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That statement right there, she made on a Facebook post. Did you see the Facebook post where it
No.
says, okay, that's right. Well, on Dee and Gypsy's Facebook post that they share, there's some horrible messages that were posted on there that said, like, I believe like they slashed her, or like I slashed her, I killed her, and then I raped the girl, and the girl's dead too. Well, those all were actually posted by Gypsy. I'm done.
Thank you for everything.
Well,
Like I said,
my heart breaks for you. If I see him, I'll be glad to tell him that.
yeah, just tell him that we love him, and
You have my card, and
Yeah.
if you have any questions, or say something gets confusing here and you're like, I don't know why this is happening or that's happening, maybe you can give me a call and I can call up here and get you some answers.
All right.
And
I just want you to know that, whatever he's done, he is a good kid.
I get that feeling when I talk to
He
him.
is a really good kid, and anything you ask him, he will be honest with you.
Okay.
All
right.
Thank you for everything.
Good luck.
Be in touch.
Okay.
Poor lady. I feel so bad. She dealt with Nicholas and his developmental issues for his entire life. And when he gets to a point of trying to have some self-sufficiency, he is taken away because of a heinous act that he committed. Don't get me wrong, guys. A lot of people are out here and they say, Nick is just an innocent person that was... No. Nick is not innocent whatsoever. Just in the case of the Menendez brothers, they are not innocent. They committed that crime. Were they highly vulnerable? Yes. Were they highly manipulated? Yes. In the case of Nick, were his developmental skills at play? Yes. But to raise someone and deal with all their challenges your whole life, and then have them slip through the cracks, it's sad. It's sad. The question task for everyone here is, should people with developmental issues, low IQs, thinking and moving on the age of someone under the age of 18, should people with developmental issues be tried as an adult if they do heinous crimes or any crime? Let me know in the comments down below. This was a good one. Now make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content. We're at 1611 subscribers. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it a ton. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to clean the house, walk on the treadmill, and go make me something to eat. I'm hungry. This has been Lindsay Unfiltered. Bye now.